Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas. Hi, everybody, it's Holly, and welcome back to Smile by Holly. How are you guys today? Today we're continuing on with more fun Christmas crafting, and I thought it would be fun to make a Christmas tag pocket album. And the thing that inspired me are these adorable tags that you get when you buy like the 12 by 12 albums. And this is just so perfect, this Christmas tags. I love these. Now, this is a Doodlebug collection. It actually just came out and I got this a couple days ago in the mail. It's called Let It Snow. And when I was looking through it and I saw all of these adorable tags, I'm like, what can I make with these? So today we're going to make just a cute Christmas tag pocket album. I'm so excited to show you how this comes together. Isn't that adorable? So let's just jump right in and get started. I am going to be using some double-sided cardstock for the base of my album, but you could certainly just use, plain colored cardstock. So whatever, you choose to use. So let's go ahead. You'll want to start out with one 12 by 12 piece of paper. Pretty simple, right? Now let's bring our scoreboard in. And we will want to score it at 4 and 8. And that's kind of busy. You can't really see that. In fact, let me flip it on this side. It might be a little bit easier. So 4 and 8. And then we are just going to flip it just one turn, and we are going to score it at 8. Alrighty, we are done. So I'm going to get my scoreboard out of the way and just let's go ahead and fold on those score lines. Fold and burnish. And then this folds up. And see, you can see how this is going to make just the cutest little pocket album. Now, what I like to do is just to help it so that my album folds. As you can see, do you see how it folds? There's a little bit too much material. So I am just going to take an ever so slightly cut off both edges of the outer part of my album. Let me bring in my cutter. Just a tiny, probably like a 1/16 of an inch. This is just going to help it so that my album folds into each other a little bit nicer. So just a tiny little fraction. And there we go. Now let me show you how much better my album folds. This folds in and then that folds over. So you may find that you will want to do that to your album. Now I'm just going to fold this real good and burnish it. Okay, yeah, that folds in much nicer. So now we just want to add a little bit of glue right here on our outer sides. Just a thin line. You don't want to use too much adhesive or glue, because you want to be able to slide those pockets down inside. Okay, I'm going to fold that up and push that down. So how are you guys doing? Christmas literally is just around the corner. I'm so excited. And I thought this album would be cute because you could put a ton of tags in this. There is our little album. Now, what you'll want to do is, if you want to cover all 3 sections on the outer side, you will need to make 3 of these that are 3 3/4 by 7 3/4. And that will fit just perfectly in your little sections, okay? But I'm just going to use the one to put right there because I'm using the pattern paper. But we don't want to put it on yet. Now, this is going to be a double pocket album. So we actually want to make little pockets right here on the bottom. So you'll want to cut yourself 3 little papers that measure 2 1/4 by 4. And these are going to fit right down here in the corner, so we have like a double pocket. Now, before this totally dries, I probably should have done this before. I'm going to lift it up. I just want to take my circle punch, and I'm going to make just a half semicircle so it's easy to pull out my tags. Now, this is definitely optional. I just think whenever you have that punched out, it screams pocket. Do you know what I mean? Okay, now I'm going to glue that back down because I lifted it up to do that. Okay, so back to our little papers. You need 3 of these to make your double pockets. Once again, 2 1/4 by 4. And I'm trying to decide if I want to use red or pink on my album. I think I want to use pink. Now, I have taken 3 papers and I have already embellished them just to kind of save time. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue on all 3 of the corners. Once again, you just barely want to get it on those corners so when you slide your tags down, it doesn't hit any of the glue. Now, before I get that down, I'm also going to do a little tiny circle punch. Ba-boom. I think that just adds. Not necessary, but I think that screams, this is a pocket. Okay, I'm going to do that to my other 2. Pull that off for a minute. Now, you could also just have this be like a single tag album and have the 3 tags in here. But I had so many tags that came with this collection. I mean, there were a lot, and I'm not going to be using them all, but I did want to put a fairly good amount in my little album. So that's why I'm doing a double pocket album. And if you think about it, who can't use tags at Christmas time? I mean, tags go on everything. So I think this would make a really, really darling gift. Okay, I'm just going to press this down, let it dry a little bit. So you can see that we've got our little place right here for tags, okay? And then we've got our pockets up here for tags. Now, this is a much bigger section up here for your tags, and so I thought it would be better to make some bigger tags. So what you'll want to do is take 3 pieces of paper for your big tags. And these are 3 3/4 by 7. And you'll want to get 3 of these. And then what I did is I just kind of eyeballed it. I cut the edge, and then I used this piece that I cut off to do the other side so that my sides were even. So I just put that down on it and then use that as a template. And then I use this for the other 2, okay? And just popped a little hole in there. And ba-boom, we've got ourselves a big tag. Okay, so we've got our double pockets. Pockets here and pockets here. Now, like I said, for the back, if you're using plain color cardstock, you could put, you know, some designer paper on all 3 sections, but I am just going to put it in the middle. But before I do, I want to lay down my ribbon, and this is how we are going to close up our album. You just want to have enough ribbon so that it makes a cute bow, but you want to get it laid down before you put your designer paper down. So just right in the middle. Just going to put some adhesive down here and lay my ribbon on top. And now we can take our designer paper and lay that down on top. It just kind of makes your album look a little bit more finished. Just going to add some adhesive to my little section here. I love how all this paper coordinates. It's like, okay, what do I want to use? Do I want to use that or do I want to use this? But I do like that red. So we're just going to put that down in the middle. Okay, now we'll flip this over, and I have already gone ahead and gotten all 3 of my tags done. And let me show you. Aren't those cute? You know, I told you I got this Let It Snow paper pack. I also got the odds and ends that match this paper, and that's what I've used for all of these tags. Let me just show you some of these. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Look at these. The little abominable snowman, a little whale, a little bear. Just so many fun things. I was dying when I got this collection. So fun. So anyway, that's what I'm using for my embellishments. And I just used the coordinating paper and I made 3 big tags. Now watch how easy these fit down in here. They just slide perfectly down in that little slot. Okay, so there are our 3 big tags, and then I just went ahead and I cut out all of the tags that came in this paper pack, and I've added some ribbon onto them, and we're just going to slide, I'm thinking 3, maybe 2, maybe 3. No, I think 3 looks cute down in there. Aren't those just so fun? This is called tag overload. If there's ever a such thing, right? Tag overload. Okay, so look at our tag album. So stinking fun and simple and cute. Now, it is fairly puffy, and that's why this is probably necessary to have a cute ribbon on the front. But let's just make an embellishment first on the front. I'm not sure if I want to go pink or red. I think we'll go red. Just going to cut this down a little bit. And we'll add that right in the center. Oh, that Santa truck is so dang cute. Okay, fold up our little album. Yeah, it is bulky, so this little ribbon enclosure, very, very, very helpful. I always cut a little bit more ribbon when I'm doing things, just because then you always end up, you know, cutting it down a little bit. Rather than having, you know, finding out that you don't have enough ribbon. That always sucks. Okay, and our ribbon does stick out the top, but I think that's just cute. I think we'll add a bow right here. Okay, so there is our little album. Let's open it up. Okay, so we have our middle section with our bigger tags. And then we've got the mini pockets with our cute little baby tags. I think they are adorable. That folds over, and then we tie up our album with a cute little bow. So what do you think? I hope maybe I've given you some ideas or inspiration to help you continue on with your awesome Christmas crafting. Hey, if you liked this video, give me a big thumbs up. I would also love to have you subscribe to my channel. So, happy Christmas crafting, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.